Today is our week 4 AD podcast, and we're talking all things Indian Hill Braves with AD Brian Phelps. Brian, how are we doing this morning?
Doing great. Good morning. Go Braves.
Go Braves. We've got blue skies. It's a little chilly, but you know what? I think maybe only one day of potential rain this week. Kids are going to get to play, and now that it's almost tournament selection time for a couple of sports, it's time to have another week of playing in.
Yeah, I know we're looking forward to it, and we're one of the rare schools, I'm sure, with baseball and softball. We haven't missed very many games, at least at the varsity level with the turf. So that's been great to be able to stay on schedule.
No question. Let's good segue for baseball. 9-3 going into the week. Wow, it's just you're right. I mean, there's some teams that have had just less than a handful of games in because of the weather. But last week you were able to get in, let's see, 4 games in a successful 4-0 last week. So just a great week for baseball. This week, traveling to Reading tonight. Traveling to Moeller on Tuesday, Wednesday hosting Finneytown, and then traveling up to, I think Ross's. I saw them. Where did I see them? A couple days ago. When I saw them, they were undefeated. So that'll be a fun game at Ross on Friday, and then you're hosting Lakota East on Saturday. So a full slate, pitching.
Yeah, it's a busy week, no doubt about it. And, of our 3 losses, 2 were down in Florida to a couple teams from Illinois, and we lost a late one to Western Brown, who's always a strong team. But to get a nice win over St. X, and then handling league play at this point, we have a tough one with Reading, as you mentioned earlier. They always give us a great fight, and we'll go to their place. So hopefully we can get that behind our belt and head over to Moeller's new complex and give them a good game tomorrow.
Yeah, so a busy week. Best of luck to baseball. I think we only have one potential rain day this week, so hopefully they get them all in, and good luck to them. Let's transition over to softball. Currently 6-2, having a great season. Last week went 3-1 against Madera. Deer Park, Reading lost to Madera at Madera, but you have to be pleased with where softball is at this point in the season.
Yeah, it's definitely been the pleasant surprise of the spring. They just really have come out hitting the ball, playing great defense. I may not be exactly right on these stats, but before this year, I think we had 6 wins in 5 or 6 years total. In the last couple of years, we've gotten back on the board 2 wins and 4 wins last year. So to be 6-2, and we feel like we have some more wins on our schedule here in the near future. It's just a great turnaround. Our kids are really buying in. Our coaches are doing a great job, and they're a lot of fun to watch right now. And the good part about that is we have some seniors that are some great leaders and good players for us, but we also have a good core of young kids. So we have the chance to continue to build on this season.
Sounds great. The team is heading to Reading tonight, hosting Finneytown on Wednesday, and traveling to Wyoming on Friday. So 3 CHL tough matchups, and we'll talk next week about how they did, and should hopefully they get all 3 in and get a few victories there this week.
Yeah, we hope so.
Sounds great. Let's go over and talk boys lacrosse. A young team, but had some nice wins this year, and they're just building a future. Looks like a couple games hosting Turpin tonight, and traveling to South Oldham on Friday. I saw them earlier in the year, so it'll be a tough match on Friday, but a good one to see where they are at this point in the season.
Yeah, they have a few nice wins under their belt. They've been in some games. The attitude is right. We know that we hate to say rebuilding around here, but we knew that it would be a change of pace, what Indian Hill boys lacrosse typically is. I'm excited about the future. I'm excited about the kids that are on this team. I'm excited about our coaching staff and what they're trying to get out of our kids. And long term, I think we're going to be back before you know it. And as you mentioned, it starts with Turpin tonight. Hopefully we can give them a a good game and see what happens at the end of the night. But there's no worry with this. You know, we want to win every single game. There's no doubt about it. But we know where we are. We know we're making the right steps forward. And if you look at the big picture, like I mentioned before, I think boys lacrosse will be just fine here in the near future.
Perfect. Best of luck to them this week. Let's go to the girls' side. Currently 8-1-1, having an outstanding season last week with two big wins against Milford and Wyoming, and then this week 2 home games against two tough programs. Kings coming down in St. Francis de Sales on Friday, who's always tough. So that's a nice two tests for the girls' side.
Yeah, the girls record wise are doing great, have had some big wins. I think if you ask the kids or the coaches and probably even the families, and I'm a dad of two of the kids on the team, we have not played our best lacrosse. So maybe that's a good thing that we're finding ways to win against good teams, not looking great doing it all the time. As you mentioned, Kings and DeSales will be two more tough matchups this week, but I love that we're finding a way to win. And I also love that we haven't hit like the summit of where we can be yet, the peak of the season. So if we can just continue to win and get better, and at the end of the season, hopefully we are right where we want to be.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So best of luck to them this week, and hopefully they hit their stride at the right time. Let's go to the hard courts. Hit boys tennis, having a great season. I can't believe that. Let's see, isn't the Coaches Classic this weekend?
It sure is, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just flying. So they travel to Wyoming on Tuesday, host Taylor on Wednesday, and Coaches Classic this weekend. So it's I can't believe it, but tennis is almost in tournament time.
Yeah, we have a varsity A and varsity B team this year. Both teams are doing great. Our varsity A team, huge win over Mason last week, then traveled to Columbus to beat Columbus Academy in Bexley. So, as we've mentioned every week, the schedule is as tough as it can be. We play a great schedule and keep just finding ways to win. And, the boys are, but both the A and B varsity teams are really good. We have another OTCA match coming up here pretty soon, and we just need to keep plugging away. We've got a few weeks left in the season, and their goal is to be team state champions and for our individuals to find a lot of success in the state tournament as well.
Yeah, because the girls set the bar pretty high in the fall, so they have to try to follow suit.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's great. Let's switch over. So best of luck to them this week. Track and field is our next sport. We want to start with unified track and field first.
Yeah, we hosted unified track and field meet last week. Madeira and Loveland came over. We have a handful of those meets, home and away. If you've not been to a unified track and field meet, it's the best event of the year. I mean, it's just so much positivity, and our student athletes are just so much fun to watch. And unified track and field means we have some of our fully able body and minded student athletes participating with some of our kids that have some special needs, and it's a good combination of those kids working together. We had a great
Awesome.
turnout. Our teams down here supporting the kids. It was also senior day. We had one senior in Evan Grace and was able to honor him and his family, and it's just all around just a wonderful event, and we'll try to do more and more of those in the future.
Well, congratulations on the success of that meet. That had to be very gratifying for you to sit and watch the participation and see that unfold, Brian.
Yeah, and I would say Sandy Gemmel and Amy Smart, who are the leaders of that team, that the head coaches of that team. And as you know, it takes so many people to pull off any kind of event, but they really did the planning and led the way for that, and just did a tremendous job. And they're always talking about how we can do the next thing better and what else we can do. And it's just so easy to support that program because they're so excited to continue to build on it. And like I mentioned, I don't know if there's a better event that we put on. So it's easy to do whatever we can from our office.
Yeah, fantastic. That's fantastic news. switching to boys and girls track and field. Um, looks like they have an inter squad relay meet tonight. Um, at the stadium, I would assume. And then Saturday they traveled to, looks like they're traveling to Morgantown for the Mountaineer Showcase Invitational. So I'm sure that's a huge event.
Yep, heading to West Virginia. Sue Savage, our program director, went to West Virginia, so there's a lot of she definitely likes getting back that way. Our boys program continues to be really, really good, winning most of their invitationals and meets. Finished third at the Sycamore relay this past weekend. Our girls are having some good success as well. So track and field, both boys and girls, are plugging away, and we expect to have some good things happen at the end of the season for both our boys and girls team.
Yeah, it's great. Well, best of luck to them in Morgantown. Hope that's a great trip for them. I know we have a few items to discuss before we wrap up this week's show, Brian. First and foremost, summer camps are now available for the little kiddies to sign up, and it's always a great time to watch the student athletes participate with the coaches and help all the little ones just learn Indian Hill sports.
Yeah, and what's so much fun about that is it's typically, our coaches are kind of doing some of the paperwork and guiding the camp, but to see our high school kids be the coaches and connect with our younger Braves is just a great way to connect all levels of our school, the primary, elementary, middle school, and high school. And it really is a lot of fun. So indianhillbraves.org/camps. Most of our sports are able to offer camps this summer. Get on the website and sign up to come on out. It's a fun time, and we appreciate being able to connect with our younger Braves.
That's great. Fantastic. Make sure you sign up for that. And on June 10th, I hear you're getting some shovels out.
Yeah, we look to be breaking ground here in about a month and a half for the field house, and we're still always looking to partner with community members to make that as easy of a project as possible. But we're really excited about what this is going to do for our school and our community. It's about a year build. So really looking forward to next summer when we can open this facility and use it, as I know our whole community, our rec program, our middle school program, high school program, residents will get a lot of use out of what will be the Indian Hill Fieldhouse.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. Let's talk golf outing. Apparently it's ready. You got 2 flights and it's full.
Yeah, we'll play at O'Bannon Creek. Really appreciate all of our sponsors for making it possible. Just people coming out of the woodwork to either sponsor in some way or play. So we have 2 full flights. Double shotgun will play at 8 a.m. and 1:30, and they sold out. It's sold out quickly. So we have 21 tee times in the morning and 21 tee times in the afternoon, and really excited to go back to O'Bannon Creek Golf Club and have our 3rd annual Indian Hill golf outings supported by the boosters, and the proceeds will benefit all of our kids, but it's an arts and athletic co-event through the boosters.
Wow, fantastic. Hope it's a great day and a lot of fun for everybody there. We want to wrap up this week's show talking about your 1st annual AD Summit, June 10th, 11th, and 12th. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, it really is going to be exciting. Co-hosting it with my good friend Eric Taylor at Kings High School. It will mostly be here on our campus at Indian Hill, 3-day event, really kind of set up with our sponsors and vendors, giving an opportunity of some products that they have that could help our athletic directors around not only Cincinnati, not only Ohio, but around the country. We really are still hoping to draw some athletic directors from all over, but roundtable sessions, the how do you perform signing day, try to brainstorm and steal ideas from others, and then some professional speakers coming in, which, as I mentioned, a full 3-day event, some good social outings in the evening. Can't wait to get athletic directors on campus and share ideas.
Yeah, it sounds like a great event. We're excited to be participating with that and supporting you and Eric in that event. So it's going to be a great time there in June. Well, as always, Brian, thanks for the time. Best of luck to all the Braves this week. Hopefully the weather holds and everybody gets their games and matches in, and we'll touch base this time next week.
Thank you, Rob. We appreciate your sponsorship, not only in the summit, but doing things like this, doing great things for ultimately our kids. So keep doing the good work, and we'll talk to you next week.
Sounds great, Brian. Have a great week. Thank you.
You too. Thank you.